Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 13, Love Speaks. So, today it's all about the silly and how silly can we be? I used silliness, laughter, levity to heal my inner child. So, when I was a child, I grew up in a very serious household, and silliness was not viewed as a good tool, but rather it interfered with what had to be done. I remember sitting at the dinner table with my two sisters, having our supper, and my mom was at the counter being busy doing all the things that she had to do. And I was purposefully making my sisters laugh, whether it was pulling a face or doing some kind of mimicking of funny things, acting silly. And my mom got so mad. She told us to stop, and I continued because I was having too much fun, and she got so angry with me. And so it wasn't like allowed, when life was serious, and there wasn't really a lot of room for being ridiculous. Ridiculousness seemed to be a negative in our household. So I bring this forward for your consideration today, that perhaps the problem with that way of life is that it causes us to take ourselves too seriously. And we can't even laugh at ourselves, at our own mistakes. Everything is deadly serious, and it is a killer of the magic within us. So I want to assert that ridiculousness is a good thing. To be able to see our ridiculousness is amazing. To be able to laugh at ourselves, let's do it often, because it really is a way out of taking ourselves way too serious and thinking that thinking that we know it all, thinking that our cynicism is true, believing our own bullshit. If we can laugh at ourselves, it breaks up all that stuff. My husband has been a big partner in my healing. So he's a pretty ridiculous guy, pretty silly guy. And being a very serious person, I didn't know if I could trust that. I mean, is he a responsible person? Is he a responsible man? I need a responsible man. I've had enough, irresponsibility in my life and irresponsible partners in my life. I'm looking for a responsible person, so stop being so silly. And so eventually I learned that he was responsible in all the good ways, and he was silly and liked to have fun, and he's a really funny guy. And I could trust him and actually use the magic of his levity and lightness of spirit. I could take that on for myself, and I could heal. So I remember if I was being too serious or grumpy, he would come behind me and just hug me and hold me and just accept me for what I was, and just hug me out of my seriousness, or tickle me. And just his humor really helped me a lot. And then I started developing a sense of humor. And now I've really, yeah, my inner child, I allow her to be as silly as she wants to be. And I'm the one pulling funny faces, and I feel really safe around him to be as ridiculous as I want to. And I crack him up pretty good sometimes. And he's like, I think that no one else knows this about you, Mariette, except for me, how silly you can be. So the challenge today for all of you listening today, do one thing very silly today. When you're driving, look in the rearview mirror and pull a face, a ridiculous face. And if someone sees you, all the better. Laugh and wave at them. Bring some joy. Bring some joy on this February 13th. Ciao for now. See you tomorrow.